Fearful. He was taking away the fearful, the cowards, and the faint-hearted. Why? Because they would do what? They would let
his brethren's heart faint.
Yeah, he was taking away that spirit of fear. Because that thing jumps.
All it does.
That thing jumps around. It's like one man be ready to go kill, gun-ho, ready for the war.
I don't know about this.
Then he see his brother trembling. Like, what you scared of? And then next thing you know, that fear demon just goes through the whole crowd.
That's true.
Spirits just start jumping around.
They become liabilities instead of assets.
Right. And they become a liability. Now you got to carry that dead weight. So it's taking on to carry it to war, because then he would make his brothers fearful.
Gone.
He turned the whole platoon into cowards.
Gone.
So that's what the Most High was taking out, that coward spirit. Remember, he says the Most High didn't give us a spirit of fear. So the righteous, it says the wicked flee when no man pursues, but the righteous stand bold as a lion.
Bring it out.
So we were never supposed to be a fearful people. Now we understand why we had to walk around the wilderness for 40 years. It was because of the fear that we came back to report. Oh, they're too bigger than us. Oh, they're too great. Oh, this. The Most High was like, man, y'all crazy. Y'all gonna walk. I'm gonna walk this fear out of y'all. I'm gonna walk till y'all ain't fearful no more. But really it was I'm gonna walk y'all until this generation perishes and the next generation will know how to operate in my spirit.
And then he make them go fight them regardless?
No, he didn't make
No,
them.
they chose to themselves.
You got that, right?
No, I didn't get that.
Oh, yeah. They chose to go fight him.
Right.
They were like, oh, well, the Most High is displeased. Let us go do now what he wanted us to do. Too late.
Right.
Too late.
Too late.
There's the punishment. So remember that fear, man, that fear. But think about it. Let's translate that to our just own personal battles.
Right.
What's the first step in a personal battle that you have to fear? Or what's the first fear you got to conquer in the personal battle? Right, but what is it that you have to face?
Yourself.
Huh?
Yourself.
Your what?
Yourself.
That's what a lot of people don't want to face is themselves. They don't want to own up to who they really are. Every man will profess his own good, but a faithful man who can find. Right? Everyone, no, that ain't me. No, I'm not that type of person. Let them examine yourself whether you be in the faith. Right. So one of the first things in a battle that you have to fear or face is yourself. Right. We are our biggest demon. The demons that are in us are our biggest fears, man, and you got to conquer you. You got to conquer that old man. A lot of us don't want to man up to him. Right. We shrink to him.
Yep.
And that's why sometimes he gets his way. Right. But the Most High didn't put that spirit on us.
It's like the scriptures say, fear is a betraying of your secure.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Shoot, and like they say in the world, they make that acronym of fear, false evidence appearing real.
Mm-hmm.
So shoot, you gotta man up to you before you can move forward. And don't play. And I'm gonna just say this. This is to whoever has an ear to hear, let me hear. Don't play games with yourself, with the scriptures. Don't try to go back and forth with yourself on the scriptures, using your wisdom to will the scriptures to justify how you are. From there, give me Genesis chapter 14 and verse 13. And we're just gonna hit a couple of these battles. There's plenty of battles. There's battles upon battles upon battles upon battles in the scriptures. All through the Old Testament and Maccabees gets more spiritual in the New Testament, but the scriptures are loaded with wars and battles. So we're just kind of touching on a few of them. Read what you got, brother.
Genesis chapter 14, verse 13. And there came one that had escaped and told Abraham the Hebrew, for he dwelt in the plain of Mamre, the Amorites, brother of S.O.W, and the brother of Aner. And these were confederate with Abraham.
Go ahead.
And when Abraham heard that his brother was taken captive.
So this was when Lot, he lived in Sodom. He lived over in Sodom and Gomorrah era. and they had went to war, and Lot ended up being a captive of the war. Read on.
He armed his trained servants, born in his own house, 318.
How many?
318.
Okay, so these 318 men that Abraham took with him to go to the battlefield to retrieve his brother Lot, his nephew Lot. Read.
And pursued them unto Dan.
Go ahead.
And he divided himself against them, he and the servants, by night, and smote them, and pursued them unto Hobah, which is on the left hand of Damascus.
So that's just a slight example of how he took his men and they went out and they just accomplished the goal. Mission accomplished. He went out, he smote them, game over, made them flee, run away. There's also when we crossed over the Jordan to go to Jericho, we marched around the city 7 times. The walls fell, but the game wasn't over just because the walls fell. Yeah, the Most High delivered the city into our hands and the walls fell, but we still had to put in work too. When the walls fell, we went in and we destroyed every person, every living being in Jericho except Rahab's family.
And let me say one thing about the Abraham story. That was 5 kings he fought against. It wasn't like, remember, he fought against 5 kings that fought against Sodom and Gomorrah. So these 5 kings came in, beat up Sodom and Gomorrah's people and kings, took their goods, took Lot. Abraham and 300 men?
318.
318 men went and fought against 5 kings. And got all the goods and the people back. Think about that. Think about the mind you have to be in. No fear. Remember when Saul told David, go go get the foreskins? If I'll give you my daughter if you go get 100 foreskins? Bro, it said that he hopped on his horse right then and there and just went. He didn't even let me go prepare. Let me go think about it. Let me let me go hit the weights real quick.
Right.
Let me go get a protein shake. Bro, he was ready. He hopped on his horse, went, and then doubled the number.
Yeah.
David was always ready for the battle. Think about it. You know what it reminds me of Mayweather? The one thing I respect about Mayweather is that he stayed battle ready, no matter what. He stayed at a fighting weight. He was ready to fight all the time. He was always ready to go into that ring. So if it was, hey, we're gonna you got to fight next week or 6 months from now, he didn't have to, let me go cut weight, let me go overtrain, let me go think about it, let me meditate here in the caves of Russia or whatever they do. He was always ready. He was prepared. Right? I don't got to get ready. I stay ready. That was our people, though. That was the mentality. David didn't have to get ready for war. He was, bro, ready. Where's my horse at? And if not, I'll just run over there.
God.
You gotta look at that too. Abraham, the reason why I gotta say it is because when we look at the way the white man paints the pictures of our forefathers, it's like Abraham was some bum nigga walking around with no shoes on, right? And he was just
sandals
dusty.
and the toga.
Yeah, he didn't even have sandals. He was barefoot, feet was ashy, toenails was overgrown, beard was raggedy. He was an old raggedy dude. He was another raggedy white man, right?
God.
But did he have to go get ready and then get his men ready? You know, like when you watch like Rocky, and Rocky goes and he gets beat up, then he got to go train in Russia for 6 months and lift tires and slam hedgehammers and cut wood and chop trees. Yeah, Abraham didn't have to go. He didn't have to go lift camels. Oh, they got Lot. And it was like dun 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 and all the music.
Oh, the cameo.
Yeah, and then he's like lifting camels and getting his men ready. Nah, bro, they was ready. They were. Think about the mentality of his men, his servants, to be ready. Not, we gotta go fight. Well, you know what? I haven't proven my sword yet, or my metal. My chainmail, my armor. They still making it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or, man, bruh, listen, I ain't worked out in 6 weeks. Feeling a little flabby. Let me get on the treadmill. Like, nah, they was ready, man. They were ready for any occasion. But it wasn't just a physical readiness. Remember, Paul says it the best. He said, I will be ready, be forward a year ago.
Yeah.
For what? For anything. Physically, mentally, spiritually. That's what it's about. And that's what y'all should be seeing with this class, is that we stay ready. We were physically superior, yes, but you can have all the physical superiority, it don't matter.
Yep.
If the spirit is not there to guide that physical, you can throw that physical out the door. Look at Goliath. Was he not physically superior over David? David was a kid. He was a boy. David was the Goliath. They say he was a small giant, but he was still a giant. You see that? And he was a grown giant. So think about it, and put yourself where am I physically, mentally, spiritually ready beforehand, before the battle comes? Am I ready? To where it's like, okay, let's just go. Or do I got to do the ready, set, 1, on 3. Ready, set, 1, 2, 3. Wait, no. On 3 or after 3? Like, you know how they do it? Like
when you say 3,
when you say 3 or after 3.
After so it's 1, 2, 3.
Listen, we gotta go do this. Boom, let's do it. That's how we should be spiritually, mentally, physically ready. These are the times.
Kind. So next scripture we're going to get is 2 Kings chapter 6 and verse 14. And you have Jermaine?
Yeah, I don't know if you have this in your notes. The that 1 Timothy 4:8.
What you got?
1 Timothy 4:8 says. Says now the Spirit. Yeah, all right. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly. Never mind, that's not the right one.
All right, well,
for bodily exercise.
Ricardo,
That's in
That's 4 and 8.
go ahead and get that scripture I called. Go
Second,
ahead and look for that, Jermaine, and we'll come back to you.
what was that verse for 2 Kings chapter 6?
Chapter 6 and verse 14.
2 Kings chapter 6 verse 14.
So we know how we rode into battle. We know what the type of men that we were rolling with, and the strength that we, and the power, and the numbers that we rolled with. The battle, some of the battles that we won. But what's really, we're gonna take a glimpse behind the scenes, not what you see with your eyes, but what's behind the scenes of what's actually rolling with us when we went into these battles. Read where you at.
2 Kings chapter 6 verse 14. Therefore sent he thither horses and chariots and a great host, and they came by night and compassed the city about. Okay,
so this is where Elijah and this young man, they're traveling, and they're getting circled about by the enemy. Read on.
And when the servant of the man of the Most High was risen early and gone forth, behold, an host compassed the city both with horses and chariots.
Go ahead.
And the servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do?
He's like, dang, it's just the two of us. We got this whole army, horses, chariots, men of war, out for just little old us. What we gonna do? Read.
And he answered, Fear not.
Do what?
Fear not.
Yeah, because you can't have that fear in your heart. It says, fear is a betraying of your secures.
by way of reason that offereth.
Also, there was another one that hit my head. How's it go? If you eat it with fear, you're damned if you eat it.
Oh yeah, Romans 14.
Yeah, grab that for me real quick, Shamyar.
Romans.
But read on, Ricardo.
Fear not, for they that be with us.
Who?
They that be with us.
Go ahead.
Are more than they that be with them.
So, then he's painting this picture for the young man that's with him. He's like, hey, they that's with us is more than them that's out there. So the young man, he can be perplexed. He's like, what are you talking about? It's just me and you. How are there more with us and that's out here that I see around us? Read what you got, show me, R.
Romans chapter 14, verse 23. And he that doubteth is damned if he eat, because he eateth not of faith. Whatsoever is not of faith is sin.
So you got to believe. You can't have that fear in your heart. You can't be doubtful when you're stepping into these arenas, into these situations. And this was a situation where Elisha was trying to show this young man, like, look, man, don't worry about what's out there. Because we're rolling with the real power, the true power. The one that's for us is more than the ones that's out there. Mm-hmm. Read on, Ricardo.
Verse 17.
Uh-huh.
And Elisha prayed and said, O Most High, I pray thee,
Read.
open his eyes,
Go ahead.
that he may see. And the Most High opened the eyes of the young man.
And what did he see?
And he saw,
and
behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire.
Wait, but hold on. Before he seen the men and the chariots and the horses around about of the enemy, what's he seeing now?
The mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire.
So the mountains, so up high on these mountains, they were filled with horses, with chariots of fire. This is what this young man seen now. He's like, whoa, this is what Elisha was talking about. Read on.
I mean, if you imagine maybe it's like in a little city, and you got mountain ranges all around, and this Syrian army comes to come get Elisha, and they pray, and then they look around, and it's just chariots and angels that just circle them.
Kind. Shoot, even imagine like I don't know if y'all seen those the UFO video in the 5 Minutes of Wisdom. Mm-hmm. Oh man, imagine like all of a sudden you're in a situation, a sticky situation, and then all of a sudden you just see all these chariots just out of nowhere, just there, and you're like, whoa. You might have to ask the question: are you with me or are you against me? But they're for you.
You gotta do the Joshua.
Yeah, you gotta do the Joshua.
You with us or you against us? Yep.
But they're all of that is there at your to fight for you, and it might seem like a small battle for all of that, but the Most High want to make sure that you feel secure. Mm-hmm. He got you. He's like, I got your back. You're my son. You're my child. You're my daughter. Read on.
The mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha.
Go ahead.
And when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto the Most High and said, smite this people, I pray with thee.
Go ahead.
With blindness. And he smote them with blindness, according to the word of Elisha.
So,
Elisha.
Yeah.
You have Elisha and Elijah.
So he blinded the people, and they were able to get by. Elisha could have asked for them the Most High to just utterly wipe them out and destroy them, but he was like, you know what? That's not called for right now, you know. But this is the power. This is the strength that we rode with. So we got right here. We're having a track record so far. We're showing the skill and ability of our men. We're showing the numbers and the power that we rode with, and we're showing consistency in battle by having consistent victories. Now tell me, what happens when you're on a winning streak? What happens to a person's mind when they're on a winning streak? You get cocky. You get a little arrogant. You're like, oh, shoot, I got this. Mm-hmm. I can do this myself. So, you know, what started happening with our people? Oh, shoot, what I need the Most High for? I got this. Shoot, I'm fast. I'm strong. I've been training for months and years, and I keep myself ready like Mayweather. Shit, what I need the Most High for? You start getting a little prideful, a little arrogant.
You start thinking that the carnal is what's winning the battles or getting you through.
So guess what? The Most High had to check us.
Yeah.
Give me Judges chapter 7 and verse 2. Most High, he wants to make things apparent. There was something I used to think about when I was on the job in the workforce. I used to feel like Esau will keep you. He will keep you in such a position to where whenever he wanted to, he can fire you.
Yeah.
And it would be perfectly in the rules. So like your job description will cause you to do things that's against the rules of your company. And then you would also be told to do these things. So you'll kind of be like riding the edge, riding the fence. Like, am I really supposed to do that? But it's kind of okay to do that. But in certain situations, it's not.
Yeah.
But whenever Esau wanted to, they can say, "Oh no, you did that. You're fired." What you got?
And then they write into certain states and make them at-will states where they don't have to have a reason. They can just fire you.
Oh yeah, that's Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right to work state. Right to work state. I grew up in California. So California, they got to get paperwork on you. You got to get first strike, 2 strike, 3 strikes. But yeah, I learned that about being out here. It's a right to work state. I knew a brother, he got fired because they suspected something of him that he didn't do. He got fired under suspicion. No evidence, just like, hey, I think you were stealing pens at work. I was like, what? Yeah, we think you were stealing pens. And he got fired just like that. It's wicked stuff, but in this Judges, we're going back to Judges. We're going back to where we're reading about the 300. And Quazazan was bringing it out how the Most High didn't want fearful men with us. But then he also wanted to cut the pride. He wanted to check the pride of Israel. Read what you got, Ricardo.
Judges chapter 7, verse 2.
Go ahead.
And the Most High said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands.
Now, why would he say that? Why? Think. Why is it like? Wouldn't it be easier if there were more men to fight with? Wouldn't the battle be more dominating, more secure with more men? But look, we working with the powers of powers. We're working with the Most High. It's like, look, we got too many men here. For one, we got cowards. We got mama's boys. We got husbandmen.
Whoa.
we got people that rather sit up under their woman all day. We need to send them home. We need men that want to go out here and get this. But also, you know what? I don't want the men that's actually gonna be out here getting it to feel like it's because they actually got some cojones to go out here and get it. I don't want them to think it's because they power that they got it, or they were chosen because of their skill. Read why.
Lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, my own hand hath saved me.
Saying what?
My own hand hath saved me.
Yeah, because it wasn't about how skilled you were. It wasn't about the numbers we rolled with. It wasn't about how strong you were. It's about if the Most High is with you or not.
Got it.
Another example of that, Deuteronomy chapter 8 and verse 17. Is there anything that you want to? Okay.
Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 17.
Read.
And thou say in thy heart, my power and the might of mine hand hath gotten me this wealth.
And that's what happens. It happens. Think about it. It happens when it happens in your personal life. Let's say you're guiding your house right. You're like, okay, yeah, dealing with my kids, dealing with my rib. What do I need to counsel for? What do I need to go to the scriptures for? Oh, I can just talk to my rib and she gets it. I don't need to show her no scriptures. I don't need to show her that I'm actually using the wisdom of the Most High. Just my wisdom that I know, I've learned. I got enough. I can handle this. Or even when you're dealing with a disgruntled brother, it's like, shoot, I know how to check this. I know how to check this brother. I'm gonna let him know that he ain't nothing. He need to get down and lay down. Or even when you're on the job, you're like, okay, I know how to handle things on the job. I know how to handle my boss. I know how to handle my coworkers. I know how to do my job properly. Because I've been here before. I've done this before. What do I need to counsel for? What kind of unity do I need to handle the workplace? What kind of scriptures do I need to handle the workplace? I got it already. I have this secure. I got it on lock. But the Most High, He wanted us to know, like, look, when you start getting a big head, when you start feeling like you're on some type of level, you need to check yourself. Draw back and remember who got you here. Remember what wisdom that you used to begin with to be where you're at. Remember who built you up and brought you through the ropes and brought you through the fire so that you can be who you are right now.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people think that they got their job. And I went to school. I got this job. No, it says it right here. Read verse 17 one more time.
Verse 17. And thou say in thy heart, my power and the might of mine hand has gotten me this wealth.
Right.
But thou shalt remember the Most High thy power.
Yeah, the Most High is checking that pride because we get into that mode that, well, I'm the one waking up and doing this, or I'm the one that is moving around to be able to go work, whatever it may be. Or I played the winning lotto ticket.
Right. Oh man, that's such luck.
The Most High is saying that. Go ahead, Raj, read on.
For it is He that giveth thee power to get wealth.
Yeah, He woke you up. He sent you to the store. He got you the job. He's keeping you with the job. All them times you've been late, all them times you've been just lackadaisical, not caring, all that crap you talk about your boss, but you still manage to keep that job. That's the Most High, man. Go ahead.
And he's the one that's delivering you from all the troubles. He's the ones that protect you from all these woes. Like woe, huh? Read on, brother.
That He may establish His covenant, which He sware unto thy fathers, as it is this day. And it shall be, if thou do at all forget thy Most High the power, and walk after other gods and serve them and worship them, I testify against you this day.
What's gonna happen? Hold on. He's like, look, I'm letting it be plain, simple, evident. I'm making it evident. If you're not rolling with me, this is what's gonna happen to you. I don't care how much I don't care if you that self-made man. I don't care if you Mr. Kimo Sabi himself. You know, I don't care if you Don Juan. Whatever status or level you build yourself up to.
What you thought you built yourself
up to. I'm gonna let you know. Without me, start at I testify.
I testify against you this day.
Go ahead.
That ye shall surely perish.
You're going down. You're going down. And guess what? The more puffed up you are, the higher on whatever some kind of level that you feel like you're at, the harder it's going to be when you fall down and hit that ground.
Come on, been there.
Been there. Brothers, it's been there. I've been there. Shoot. But I didn't go that high.
Only the prideful. Only the prideful haven't been there.
Come.
Because they don't see what the Most High, that He bring low, He bring high, He gives the increase. They don't. The prideful people, egotistical people, they don't see that the Most High is the one that's orchestrating the ups, the downs. They don't see that.
Start making wrong decisions left and right.
Right.
You don't understand why you're making them. You're just making wrong decisions, and man, you're just going straight downhill.
Wow.
Look that up, huh?
God. Go ahead.
Verse 20.
That's it on that.
Yeah, that's it on that. So yeah, he had to make it clear. Look, you know, without me, you ain't nothing.
Oh God.
You gotta trust and believe that. Go ahead. What you got?
Isaiah 31:1.
Read.
Woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong.
Oh.
But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel.
They look not who?
Look not unto the Holy One of Israel. Neither seek the Lord.
Yeah, what's that?
Is that Isaiah?
31:1.
Yeah. What were them to go down?
To Egypt? Mm-hmm. Right. What verse was that though?
Verse 1.
Was it?
No, he read down.
That's 30 and 1.
31:1.
31 and 1?
Yeah,
Oh, it was just one?
Usually we go to 30 and 1.
Oh, that's 31.
Oh, okay, yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I like that.
So, in the arrogancy, in the pride of our people, feeling like we're on some kind of level, all they had to do was look back in the law and see what Moses said. If we leave off from our power will leave off from you. I don't care how built up you think you made yourself. Give me Joshua chapter 7 and verse 2. Joshua chapter 7 verse 2. And we're gonna touch this story, and there's plenty of, or we're gonna touch this piece of history, and there's plenty of other instances in history where Israel fell due to the lack of putting their trust in the power, in our true power.
Joshua chapter 7 verse 2.
Go ahead.
And Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is beside Bethaven, on the east side of Bethel.
Go ahead.
And spake unto them, saying, Go up and view the country. And the men went up and viewed Ai.
So Joshua, this is after Jericho, and we're going to the next spot that we're going to conquer. So Joshua's like, okay, look, let's send a couple men out there to check out the area, check out the terrain, see what we up against. Read.
And they returned to Joshua and said unto him, Let not all the people go up, but let about 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and smite Ai, and make not all the people to labor thither, for they are but few.
So look, man, just let's not send too many people. We got it. There ain't too many of them. We'll step on them like some cockroaches. Little pride, little arrogancy. It's like, hey, we don't need the full force of Israel. We enough. Let's just send a few thousand. Read on.
So there went up thither of the people about 3,000 men, and they fled before the men of Ai.
They did what?
They fled before the men of Ai.
Dang. Hold on. The men of AI was few. He said, we're just gonna take a couple thousand because they're few. So obviously maybe in their mind he's like, oh shoot, it's only like 800 to 1,500 of them. Shoot, 2,000-3,000 will wipe them completely out. This ain't nothing. This is gonna be a walk in the park. But it said they fled from before them. Read on.
And the men of Ai smote of them about 36 men.
And killed men. Read.
For they chased them from before the gate even unto Shebarim, and smote them in the going down. Wherefore the hearts of the people melted, and became as water.
They got scared. They're like, dang, these men are powerful. Man, they're rolling with strength right here. I thought my biceps were big enough to take him down. Thought my triceps, thought I had that horseshoe, so that when I flick my sword like this, it would just crush their sword and go through and hit him. But my triceps wasn't enough for this fight. You know, they were thinking more in the physical versus thinking about what's happening in the spiritual. What's happening behind the scenes that's causing them to fail in this battle. Like me and the brother was talking about yesterday. Whenever something happens, it's like we'll look at ourselves and say, dang, I wonder why the Most High let that happen to me. What did I do? So you're like checking yourself. Like I cut my thumb chopping some vegetables last night, and I was like, dang, man, I guess I deserve that one. So these men, they weren't using their spiritual eye. They weren't thinking or considering the Most High in the reason why they lost this battle. But as you read in the story, it's because Achan, he took of the cursed thing over in Jericho. So the Most High wasn't with them when they won that battle. That was the main thing. They went out into that battle and the Most High wasn't with them. Also, there's plenty of instances. I got a few more, but I'm gonna skip some of these here.
I got one on that point, actually.
Okay.
I just read it. It's can somebody give me Judith? Judith chapter 5 and 20.
Judith chapter 5, verse 20.
Start.
Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
Go ahead.
And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
See, this is the thing. This is the only way we can get conquered or lose a battle, is if we're sinning against the Most High.
Right.
Is if we don't look right in His eyes. So you can look at, when you look at your life, you can look at, say you're striving for something, right? Like, say you're trying to get a job. I'll use this as an example. Say you're trying to get a job, you need this job. The job is lined up perfectly for you. You'll be able to take care of the family with the job, you need it. Well, if you messing up with the Most High, if you're not in good standing with the Most High, man, you more likely you ain't gonna get that. more than likely you're probably not gonna get that. But if you're in good standing with the Most High, if He can look down and have pleasure with you, and be proud of you, be like, oh damn, he could be in heaven and be like, man, look at my child. He can brag about you like how he would with Job.
Attaboy.
Then more than likely, you'll get that job. But you can use that in many different areas. If you're sinning or if you're in error with the Most High, then ain't nothing gonna go your way. You're gonna be driving, your tire gonna pop. I'm gonna be like, damn, my tire popping all the damn time. Just everything just not gonna go right. AC go out, man, it's hot. AC go out in the car. Every year something wrong, something happening to the car. It's like you got a hole in your pocket, but the scripture tell you why you'll have a hole in your pocket.
Yep.
So you can always search the scriptures and see, okay, where am I messing up at? Why is the Most High not with me? Right. It's like if you're playing basketball, you just can't make a layup. Damn. You can't hit your jumper. You're like, man, what's going on? The Most High is probably not with you.
But why isn't the Most High with you? Mm-hmm. What are you doing? What are you doing towards the Most High? Right. What are you doing towards the people? Mm-hmm. Where is your mindset at? Give me first Maccabees chapter 5 and verse 56.
Go ahead.
And we're going to show you an example of where a lot of men's minds go when it comes to the level of pride, when it comes to them relying on what they see. Read.
First Maccabees chapter 5, verse 56. Joseph, the son of Zacharias, and Azarias, captains of the garrisons, heard of the valiant acts and warlike deeds which they had done. Wherefore they said, let us also get us a name, and go fight against the heathen that are round about us.
They said, do what?
Let us also get us a name, and go fight against the heathen that are round about us.
Okay, so they want to get themselves some fame. They're like, oh shoot, we hearing about these war stories? Man, like a Rob, he went out and street speaked, and man, I heard he was powerful when he was out there speaking. Man, Quatazab, he taught that one class. I like the way he was up there. He was commanding the room. He was willing the scriptures. Man, he was flowing in Hebrew. Man, Zion. Man, the way he got out there when he was doing flyers and the way he chopped up that person. Man, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to just get some flyers. I'm going to the streets by myself. And I'm gonna go ahead and just pass some flyers out, and I'm gonna chop some people up in the scripture because I seen how valiant these men that I look up to did these things. This is their mindset. It's even like, let's say you're with a group in a corporation. It's like, okay, we came together, we built something. All right, like people like trying to, like nowadays, something that's real popular or gaining popularity again is the foreign currency exchange. People are getting on foreign currency exchange, and they're like, "Oh shoot, I seen so and so. He done made himself a few $1,000s off of that. Shoot, I'm gonna go do it." Going in by yourself because people are looking up to him because he got this money. He looks like he's on some kind of level. He has some type of stature. He wearing nice clothes. He got a new car. It's like, oh, I want to get like that. I'm gonna go make a name for myself so people can look up to me like they look up to him. But come on, man. That's just pride, man. That's vanity. These men, they're like, I want to make a name for myself in battle so people can look at me the way that these other men will look at. Let's read what happened to them. Read on.
Verse 58.
Go ahead.
So when they had given charge unto the garrisons that was with them, they went towards Jamnia.
Read.
Then came Georgius and his men out of the city to fight against them.
Go ahead.
And so it was that Joseph and Azarias were put to flight.
They were what?
They were put to flight.
They ran away. That's in short, they ran away to flight. So they ran pretty fast too. If you imagine like a airplane goes quicker than a car, and a car goes quicker than a human being running. You know, they were put to flight. All you seen was dust behind them. Go ahead.
And pursued unto the borders of Judea, and there were slain that day of the people of Israel about 2,000 men.
Oh, 2,000 men slain because these two guys wanted to go make a name and gather their little troop together to go fight, just so they can make a name for themselves. Oh yeah, General so-and-so went out and fought against the Syrians. Oh, he wrought a great victory. Let's sing songs and praises and have a feast in his honor. They wanted something like that. They wanted some type of recognition.
Okay.
A lot of brothers do things for the wrong reasons. Scriptures talk about, a bishop not doing it for filthy lucre's sake. Right. Come on, you're not doing it just to gain, not doing it just to have a name. Where's your motive? And you gotta look at yourself and see why the Most High brings you down low. Because your mindset, what you think about, how is your heart towards the Most High?
It's crazy. This is a very dope story, because when you look at anything that you do, if you do it for somebody else, then you do it better.
Right.
That's not the right term to use, but these men, they were trying to go out to fight because they wanted to get themselves a name. So of course they was going to get their asses kicked. But think about if you have to fight because somebody broke into your house, and you got your wife and you got your child, or if you're a mother and the husband isn't there but you got your kids, especially if they're newborns, and somebody just broke into your house, how much harder are you going to fight? You ain't going to be like, because if you're fighting just one-on-one, like in a boxing match or something, you fighting for yourself. So I'll throw in the towel, I'm getting my butt whooped. But when you fighting for somebody else, there's more that you have inside of you. You literally fight to the death. You like, man, it don't matter. I'm fighting to protect my household. I'm fighting to protect something I care about. So that's
when you're fighting for something that's bigger than yourself.
Exactly. So that's the mentality that you want to have, especially when it comes to this truth. That's why you study. That's why you sacrifice. That's why, you know what I'm saying, you come to class. That's why you watch class. That's why you do all these things that we do.
That's why we have unity.
Kind. It's not for yourself. You're doing it for your nation, and that gives you a bigger drive. It pushes you.
Kind. Did you finish that one? Read.
Verse 61. Thus was there a great overthrow among the children of Israel, because they were not obedient unto Judas and his brethren, but thought to do some valiant act.
Yeah, so they looked at the men that were over them as just men, and not men being led by the Most High.
Right.
So that's also another check to the nations, or not to the nation, but to the nation of Israel. The Most High put certain men in position for a reason. You may not know why or what this man has been through or what he's done particular, but you got to understand that the Most High put him there for a reason. But from there, go to 1 Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 17. And we're going to see, in all of this, we've been reiterating the same point of having the Most High. So a lot of people at times, they wouldn't see, I know I keep saying a lot of people at times, but Israel, as you read through the scriptures, always goes through the same cycle, over and over and over again. We come in righteous, we do wicked, and then we get our butts whipped, and then we come back to the Most High. Then we get on, we feel we good, do wicked, fall off, get our butts whipped, and come back to the Most High. It's just like this hamster wheel. And we spoke about this on Passover. This is, come on, coronavirus, lockdown. It's whether the virus is as bad as they make it out to be or not, it's still another way for the government to have a tighter grip on the people of the nation. And as you notice that they're doing this more, they're trying to make it like the Israelite virus, because it's more affecting blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans versus other people. And that makes sense, because we're the ones under the curses. We're the ones with the high blood pressure, the diabetes, the asthma,
just physical ailments.
The physical ailments, and that's really because we're. Our people are slowly waking up. The wheel is slowly starting to turn, but we're actually gaining a lot of momentum right now, and they fear that, and they know what's going on. They know what's going on. Shoot, we probably wouldn't be here right now if they knew what was going on. But read what you got right here.
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 17. Who, when they saw the host coming to meet them, and said unto Judas, how shall we be able, being so few, to fight against so great a multitude, and so strong, seeing we are ready to faint with fasting all this day?
So, we're coming into another sticky situation. We're out in the battlefield. We're hungry. These men are hungry. Think about the battlefield in your life right now. There's brothers and sisters that haven't got the stimulus. There's brothers and sisters that's not getting unemployment. There's brothers and sisters that's not able to work and on this lockdown. Think about the situation and what's going down. It's like, I'm fasting, I'm hungry, and I got the Philistines, I got the Canaanites, I got the Syrians coming to me, I got the Moabites, I got the Ammonites, I got all the different ites coming at me in the form of bills. They all coming and gunning for me. What am I gonna do? Man, do I gotta trust in some more paper to come through so I can take care of their paper? Or what do you gotta put our trust in? What do we need to put our trust in? The Most High. These men in war coming up against a great multitude after they've been fasting all day and they're feeling weak and hungry. If any of y'all have done a long fast before, you get weak. You get really weak. You have to literally psych yourself up through every minute of the day to keep going. You know, I seen a couple head nods. Y'all know. So it's more of a mental game to keep yourself going. Look what Judas says to him. Read verse 18. Verse 18.
Unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few. And with the Most High of heaven, it is all one. To deliver with a great multitude or a small company.
So it didn't matter. It didn't matter if you're weak. It didn't matter if there was a lot of us. It didn't matter if there was only a few of us. It's no thing for the Most High, because He is the one controlling everything. So put your trust in Him. Put your trust in the power of Yashala. You know, stop depending on what you got in the bank account to take care of that. Stop depending on the United States government to send you a stimulus check. Stop depending on if you're gonna get some unemployment or not. Know that the Most High got you. And shoot, if it comes through the way of unemployment, that's the Most High, not the government helping you out. If it comes through the way of a stimulus check, that's the Most High helping you out, not Trump. You gotta believe that. Read verse 19.
Verse 19.
Go ahead.
For the victory of the battle standeth not in the multitude of an host.
Read.
But strength cometh from heaven.
Strength comes from above. Ooh. My power, my God is the one that delivers me from all trouble. Give me Psalms chapter 33 and verse 16. Psalms 33 and 16.
Psalms chapter 33, verse 16. There is no king saved by the multitude of an host.
Read it again.
There is no king saved by the multitude of an host.
Read it again.
There is no king saved by the multitude of an host.
I don't care how much money you got in the bank. I don't care how much how big your muscles are. I don't care how if you got an 8-pack, washboard 6-pack. I don't care what you got. It don't matter. It don't matter what you got. It don't matter what you got that you see in your hands before you. Read.
A mighty man is not delivered by much strength.
Read.
And horse is a vain thing for safety.
It's a vain thing to put your trust in a 4-legged animal. It's a vain thing to put your trust in the hands that you got right here. It's a vain thing. Just like when Partizat was going in about Samson. Come on, he used the jawbone. That's a vain thing. Was his trust really in the jawbone? Not at all. It said the Most High came upon him with power. Read on.
Neither shall he deliver any by his great strength.
Go ahead.
Behold, the eye of the Most High is upon them that fear him.
Read it again.
Behold, the eye of the Most High is upon them that fear him.
Read.
Upon them that hope in his mercy.
Man, it starts off with the fear of the Most High. It starts off knowing and accepting your fault be willing to change and wait on his mercy.
God.
Yeah, if you're brought to a low degree, something went off, or the Most High is just testing you. He's putting you through the fire to refine you.
Okay.
So you got to know that he's working with you. He's working with you. He's refining you. He's cleaning you up. He's also revealing to you your errors, your lacks and your shortcomings. Don't trust in what's before you. Don't trust in the tangible. Trust in the intangible.
Right.
Don't look with your physical eyes, but look with your spiritual eyes. Read on.
Verse 20. Verse 19. To deliver their soul from death.
Shoot, time.
And to keep them alive in famine. Our soul waited for the Most High. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in him, because we have trusted in his holy name.
Con. So from there, give me Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12. And this is summing it up. This is going back to the top of the class where we started out with, and we're back doing it with a parallel verse. If y'all been taking notes, the first verse that we started off with in class, this verse goes along with that one. So if you want to get your precept game together.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Go ahead.
But against principalities.
Read.
Against powers.
Read.
Against the rulers of the darkness of this world. Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
So we're not physically going against Trump. We're not physically going against the white man. We're not physically going against the Indians, the Chinese, or any other nation. No, we're not physically going up against the Bills. We're not physically going up against anything that comes and tries to have rulership. Look, I don't care if it's even your own thoughts, because I'm gonna tell you, it's not those thoughts that come up. If that's not really in your spirit, them thoughts is not gonna take root. So you gotta rebuke them thoughts, because them thoughts are just demons.
God.
So from there, give me Psalms chapter 46 and verse 5. Oh, you know what? Scratch that. Give me Isaiah 8 and verse 9.
Isaiah chapter 8, verse 9. Associate yourselves, O ye people.
Have some unity. Have some love for your nation. Have some love for your brother. Have some love for your sister. Associate yourself with godly people, godly men and women. Go ahead.
And ye shall be broken in pieces.
Yeah, because you're out there trying to associate yourself with the nations. You're out there trying to associate yourself with people who don't believe in the Most High. You're out here trying to associate yourself with stimulus checks. Man, the stimulus check, people are going nuts with these stimulus checks right now. Still on lockdown, but want to spend their money on something. They're just bored.
Right.
Don't be associated with them clowns, because you're going to be broken to pieces. Read on.
And give ear, all ye of far countries.
Read.
Gird yourselves, and ye shall be broken in pieces.
Go ahead.
Gird yourselves, and ye shall be broken in pieces.
Read.
Take counsel together, and it shall come to naught.
Read.
Speak the word, and it shall not stand. For the Most High is with us.
So I don't care how many naysayers, how many people say, look, man, you doing this whole Bible thing, this whole truth thing, man, you need to leave off from that. All these different battles, because if you remember from the beginning of class, the definition of a battlefield is an area of conflict.
Yep.
People are coming with these different conflicts, trying to draw you away, trying to doubt your power, trying to get you to doubt the Most High. Shoot, AT&T trying to come through, Comcast trying to come through, Reliant Energy trying to come through, whatever bills is knocking at the door that's trying to make you doubt your power, man, they all gonna be broken to pieces, because it can't stand. It can't stand. Most High will always make a way, because it's not the money, It's not your intelligence that's delivering you out of these battles. It's not your strength. It's by the will of the Most High. And you got to understand that the Most High is with you.
God.
As something Ali used to always say is he will quote a scripture, and people used to just think he's rhyming, but he says, if God be with me, can't nobody be against me. I must be the greatest. So you got to remember that you got the power of all powers with you on your side,
God.
and there's nothing that we cannot accomplish in unity, in love and brotherhood and sisterhood, and in the spirit of the Most High. Did anyone have any questions on the topic? Y'all have anything to add?
How'd you get your hair like that?
Yeah, I think about
That's my question.
Is it lawful to get a transplant?
hair I guess maybe if it's Israelite to Israelite. No.
Is it lawful to get a transplant?
God.
So those holy follicles.
Right. Well, I get you in the kingdom.
Right? The Most High is going to get me in the kingdom.
Yeah, you know, in the spirit of the Most High.
No. Good class. Anybody got questions?
Very good class.
The water. All right, brothers and sisters online, and see y'all in class. With that, we're going to say Shalom. Thank you for joining us.
Keep the Bible on cop. The Most High is my rock. TK. Rock. The Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. My rock. The Most High is my rock. In the name of Messiah, the Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. My rock. The Most High is my rock. Yeah. The Most High is my rock. I keep my Bible on cop. The Most High is my rock. No time for cupcake and the cutting. Hit the streets and start cutting. The Israelites are bubbling. The Israelites are coming. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. You can keep the stuffing. It's pagan, disdain, it's vain, it's nothing. The European Union about to hit the button. And I feel sorry for you if you think the Lord is bluffing. That's why I hit the booth and I